Hello and welcome back to Jeff's Giant Growing Journal. Giving you guys a update on my test that I got going on. I'm going to reveal what soils I'm using and let you guys know some thoughts that I've got. For one, this test was far less about the actual soil and more about what I was adding to the soil. I know I kind of portrayed it as a test for the soil, and I'm kind of curious to see what the results are with the different soils. And I'm going to show you where we're at. We're about 10 days, I guess technically it would be about 9.5 days after starting the seeds. And I have not actually looked at them for a day, but what I saw the other day is very telling to me for the soils themselves. I think it's still too early to tell what the additives are doing for the seedlings, but the soils themselves, it's very, very telling. I had several people reach out via text messages, just trying to find out what are these seed mixes that I'm using. One of them was available commercially. I get it at a greenhouse supply store in Amish country. The other is available online. And I think a lot of people will be very shocked to see that one, especially if they know me and they talk to me. I'm not a real big fan of the people that make it, but I wanted to purchase it and try it and see if it was as good as they claimed. And I think you're going to be pretty surprised at the results. So let me get this flipped around and show you one of them. I'm going to show you the one that will probably surprise people first. And before I do that, let me. I've been thinking about what I was going to say and just seeing how hopefully not long-winded I can be in this video. I kind of joked and was a little bit sarcastic in my last video about beating to death which soil is best to start seeds in. It has been done many, many times. So many people ask, which one's best? What do you start with? What do you do? How do you do this? Whatever. And I've got friends of mine that will swear that their way is the best way. They're not wrong. Okay. They have done the tests. They have done the trials to see which one works. And what I'm going to say is, for them, that works. Under their conditions, it works. The more important thing with that is, with those particular genetics, it works. You start changing genetics, and then all of a sudden, everything could potentially change. Genetics play a huge role, far bigger than most people give credit to, especially for early growth, especially for setting of fruit and colors. People look at color, people look at shape, and they know genetics then, but they don't look at fruit set as much. They don't look at starts as much. And I believe that the genetics make a big difference in that. So for those that have done the test and went, yes, this is the best one, I'd be curious to find out if you took 10 seeds of a different set of genetics, if that particular soil mix performed just as well. My guess is it's going to be pretty close. But I'm going to say it's probably not quite as good, simply because the genetics. But I don't believe that the potting soil itself makes a huge difference. It definitely does make a difference, and you're going to see that here in a little bit. In the end, I don't know that it makes a difference as long as you try some things out and see what works for you in your situation, and with your seeds. Most people that are doing these tests are using their own seeds. Why? Because they have a bunch of them. They're not wrong in saying that this is the best one. But in the grand scheme of things, do what works for you. Okay? Do what works in your situation. Try it out. Sure, you can ask. If you can't find what you need, then find it online. It's there. Find something that you have at your local store, local big box store. For years, I started in Jiffy starter mix, and it works. It works just fine. For a while, I was using Black Gold all purpose. Put it in a 2-gallon grow bag. Right dead center, I'd take a handful out, put Jiffy mix in there, and throw my seed in there, and that's the way I started them. The past few years, my wife and I have been growing hanging baskets and buying potting soil for those hanging baskets, and that's what I started using. And the results aren't bad at all. And that's the one that I used in this test. So I will let me turn you around here now and show you and the first one, and then I'll show you the second one. I may end up having to just do a screenshot of it. I don't know if I have a bag up here in the house. And then I'm going to go downstairs and show you the starts. So let me flip you around here. All right, that is one of the mixes, the Sutherland Organics Seed Starting Mix. And the reason I chose to do this was because recently Dan Sutherland put out a video of a ton of seed starting mixes. He used all kinds. When he first put it out, let everybody see it, and then did an update video. You had to pay for that update video, and I didn't think that was fair. So I wanted to get it, and I wanted to try it, and I wanted to see for myself what it was. It was worth me buying it and trying it and seeing. After I bought it, I saw a second update video that you did not have to pay for to view. And I don't know if he went back and changed, maybe it was a setting or something that got mixed up or messed up. I don't know. I might have done it on purpose. I don't know. But the second update video showed his mix as being the best. And I would expect that, I mean, if you're going to do a video like that, video series, and you sell something, you want yours to be the best. And it would only make sense for him to do it and his to turn out to be the best. And I'm not going to argue on tomatoes. From his results, I would say, yeah, he's right. For tomatoes, it is the best. The other potting mix that I use, let me see if I have a bag of that up here. Okay, I had to come outside to get the bag, but that is what I use in my hanging baskets. And that's what I used as the other one. That's what I've been using for the past couple of years to start my giant pumpkin seeds. Okay, I wanted to come back in. Cars going by and whatnot. It's going to be hard for you guys to hear me. I use that back dough, and it works very well. I usually plant my flowers in just straight back dough. And then usually the first couple weeks is nothing but that. I use nothing but water, and then once they get established, then I will start fertilizing. Very similar to a giant pumpkin. You start them off, you're not really adding anything as far as fertilizer goes, but there is some nutrients in there that they are able to utilize and get a good start with. And I've had good success with it. Good looking plants. Is it the best looking plants? Maybe, maybe not. But we're adding some things. You have to go back and watch my first video to see what all we're adding. But I'm going to take you downstairs now and show you the starts, the seedlings, and see where they're at. Okay, so here are the starts. Um, we've got that 8 back there. You can see one just barely poking out. And then we got 5 here, and we have 3 here. These 3 are still on the heating mat. I just took the plastic off when I opened it up. Like I said, I hadn't looked at them for a day or two, and they weren't at the point of needing to take the plastic off. But as you can see, I have 8 for 8 there. One is a little bit behind. Here I had 5 come up. I got 2 more here. You can barely see the green in that one there. You cannot see anything at all there. So I am going to dig down there. Like I said, it's been almost 10 days, 10 full days. I'm going to see if it's even germinated. Is it possible that I got a seed that's a dud? Absolutely. I don't believe it's the soil that caused it to not come up to a point. Let me dig that down, and then we'll talk about that. Okay, so I didn't have to go very far, and you can see that the plant is there. Now, why is this one not up? Why is that one only there? Why is that one only there? I will tell you that these 5 were later than those 7. Those 7 were up and above before those 5. You can see I do need to water, and I'll water that as soon as I get done with this video. So I took a picture 3 or 4 days after, and I sent it to a group that I'm in that we talk pretty much daily throughout the year. And I sent it to them, and Scott Bayuk is in that group. And Scott made the comment, well, how heavy is that soil is one compared to the other? And I went, oh, he's right. The difference in the heaviness of the soil, and what I mean by that is the density of it. This one here, I know I never did tell you guys which one was which. This one here, these 8 are the Sutherland mix. It is very, very light, very, very fine. Those 8 are the Bacto. It is noticeably heavier than the Sutherland mix. Sutherland mix basically does not have enough footing to push these seedlings up out. I believe that that's basically what it boils down to. These ones got up higher, faster, because they had something to push against. These ones did not. So based on what I've seen so far, I'm going to stick with the Bacto. I will not switch to the Sutherland mix. It just isn't, it's not a good enough mix for me for what I grow for giant pumpkins. Again, tomatoes, it's probably fine. They're very, you plant them very shallow, and it doesn't take much to get them up above the surface of the soil. Where pumpkins takes a little bit more. They're planted about an inch deep, so it takes more footing to get that seed and get those cotyledons up out of the soil. And so I'm going to stick with the Bacto, and we'll see if we add anything extra in there. Something else that I just kind of saw and realized, the late bloomer in the Bacto is playing with the Bigfoot mycorrhiza. The one I had to dig up is playing with a Bigfoot mycorrhiza. Does that make a difference? Honestly, no idea. But I do find it interesting that those are the two that were quote unquote late bloomers. Um, so far, 10-day update. I like the back doe. I may end up potting some of those to see what happens. I may up pot all of them. For the most part, I believe these 8, they're just going to go away. I'm not going to continue them. There's really no sense. I will water. I'll leave them there. I'm not going to up pot any of them. I'm going to water them just out of curiosity and to see if by chance these additions to it make a difference. It's not worth it to me as far as just the sprouting of it. So I won't be using that mix, but I will stick with the back doe. I think that's all I got right now. Kind of a long-winded, not much show video. Yeah, if you guys got any questions, hit me up. Shoot me a message, comment on the video, comment on Facebook, wherever. I'll get back to you and let you know my thoughts. Right now, we'll do another video whenever I see fit. I'm not going to give you a timeline, but we'll do another video and see what happens. See if something changes as far as these go, or any one of them stands out more than another. Until then, God bless and grow big.